Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some more Destiny Crucible Control multiplayer action PvP style. Now I've made this video for the new Destiny players among you, those who might have just got Destiny over the holiday season, wasn't able to play it over the holiday season for the PSN outage and all that shit that happened as well. So I just want to make a video on tips on how to have a really good Destiny experience. Now Destiny is a game that is revered and maligned by both camps alike. You either like it or you don't for whatever reason, but I'm not here to talk about the politics of that. I'm just here to basically just show you how to have a really good time playing Destiny if you choose so. And the first one might be a bit of a no shit Sherlock alert or Captain Obvious tip, but you've got to like playing the game. You've got to like playing the game, and by that I mean you've got to be playing the game for at least 2 days a week. And the reason why you've got to be playing for at least a couple of days a week is because once you level up, you will encounter strikes such as the daily heroic strike, the weekly heroic strike, and once you level up even some more, the weekly nightfall strike. And raids as well, which are more or less the advanced strike missions that you will encounter once you level up some more. But in order to get to that point, you've got to like playing the game for at least a couple of days and get into certain strike missions and certain story missions and stuff like that, or else it's not going to help you. You're just going to have more or less a slow time of it. It's going to be more of a grind to you, for you. And speaking of grind, neatly segues into tip number 2. Know that Destiny is a game of grind. Know that it's not a simple shoot this guy, shoot that guy, shoot this guy, and you get an upgrade straight away. It ain't like that. It's not like that at all. You have got to collect certain pieces of material on different planets in order to upgrade your weapons and your armor and all that shit. And since they've had the patch as well, there's been more adjustments made to the whole loot system as well. So how it was when I first started playing it is much different to how it works now. So the people who are playing it now, they got a little bit more to learn, but in some ways you're more at an advantage because you won't be making the same mistakes as a lot of us people did. Well, we didn't even make mistakes. We didn't even know that these things were going to be implemented in terms of upgrades and stuff. So you're in a good position. So know that it's a game of grind, but it does has its rewards once you stick at it. Tip number 3, and this is entirely optional, as with all the tips here, but you can join websites like Bungie.net, who are the official website of Destiny, and you can join affiliated websites that Bungie are with in terms of getting into forums and getting into lobbies with like-minded Destiny gamers, so you can have more of a sociable experience. If you get stuck on something, there's always a group of gamers that will help you get to where you need to go. One thing I found with Destiny, I found it a very sociable and also anti-sociable game to play as well. It all depends on the people you meet, as with everything else. But yeah, join Bungie.net to begin with, and get yourself a clan together and see what happens from there. See what your experiences are with that scenario. Tip number 4, know your weapons and armor. And by that I mean your weapons and armor are color coded. To begin with, once you start playing the game, your weapon color and your armor color will be white, and then they will ascend to blue, which is it will ascend to green, which is uncommon, then ascend to blue, which is rare, then ascend to purple, which is legendary, and then will ascend to yellow, which are the exotics, which are more or less the best weapons on paper in the game. but it varies because it all depends on the type of weapon that you like to use anyway. They don't necessarily have to be exotics, you know what I mean, for you to get a good result out of them, whether you play PvE or PvP. They can vary in their usage and their power and etc. But once you know the basics, and once you know about having to use certain materials on different planets to upgrade your weapons, it's just second nature for you to just do what you need to do for those things to happen. Tip number 5: be sociable. You have nothing to lose by being sociable. Friend request everybody who you want to friend request, because some people might be on the same tip as you. They're just looking for people to play with. I know some people just don't have the time to look on websites and stuff. I'm one of those people. I just don't feel the website thing more than so. I just like to get my whole gaming experience through my console, online in that way, and then just show it to you guys through the internet, through YouTube. You have nothing to lose by being sociable and just looking for people to play with. Tip number 6: once you reach level 30, do not be a level 30 snob. By that I mean, don't have this attitude like you just can't be asked to do certain things because this player is a level 8 and you're a level 30. Because once you was a level 7 or a level 8, and I'm sure some of you might have had level 26 or level 27 people to play with and help you level up. So to be a level 30 snob is a no-no in my book. And it might work towards your benefit, because I remember being a level mid-20s and I hooked up with a level, I think it was a level 10 or 11, and I helped him out a great deal, and now he knows more about the game than I do. I've no reason to hate him for that. Do you know what I'm saying? He's in my fire team. He's my mate, Stimpy. Big up to him. He's been a great help, and also, meeting other like-minded players like Hitman69, who, is a great credit to being a fire team leader. So once you meet players and you help them, they'll help you. It's just the way how it kind of works. For me anyway. So don't be a level 30 snob. It doesn't mean anything that you've reached level 30 and you're a dick. You know what I mean? Okay. Tip number 7: help where and when you can. And that kind of follows on from what I just said. If you're a higher level player and you see somebody asking for help and they're a lower level player, help them out. You never know. You never know how quick they may grasp the game, how quick they may get a handle on how the game is played, and they might prove to be a valuable asset to your collective, so it does pay. Tip number 8: exercise patience and calm. I know with shooters, in my experience, that I've been so frustrated and raged out in my early days of adopting shooters over the last couple of years, but I've learned a lot just to be patient and calm. And if you look at some of the best players, some of the most beast players in this freaking game, and you listen and you watch their streams and stuff, you will see that they don't have to talk loud, they don't have to shout, they don't have to exercise frustration. You know what I mean? They all talk calm, they all can hear each other, they all speak on a certain level, and that makes for a good experience as well, because communication is definitely key. Communication and a mic is as good as a gun. So exercise patience and be calm. Tip number 9: try a drop of the hard stuff. By that I mean try out some modes of this game that you wouldn't ordinarily try because it seems too hard, like for example the raids and the nightfall strikes. If you're able to do those, try those out, because what you will find is once you try them, it doesn't matter if you fail at the first hurdle. Once you have like-minded gamers with you, it doesn't matter, because we've all been there. Don't let anybody tell you any freaking different, acting like, oh, they've been doing this shit from day one, oh, I've done 50 fucking raids and this and that. They all started at doing one and dying every freaking time. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you fail a whole bunch of times, but once you get through it and you succeed at a raid or a nightfall When you start doing the patrolling and the bog standard strikes, it's nothing. It's simple, you know. It's just like a walk in the park, and that's what makes it a more enjoyable experience, because it's less of a grind, because you can do what you need to do with more speed and more skill. So that's what I mean. Try to drop with the hard stuff. And last but by no means least, have fun. You know why? Because the game works. One thing about Destiny you cannot take away, whether you like it or you don't, is the very fact that the game works. Works better than freaking Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, works better than Assassin's Creed Unity, it works better than a whole lot of AAA games that came out this year, and continues to have bugs and problems within it. So enjoy it. If you like playing Destiny, you have all the reason to like it even more, because it works, man. It works. It definitely works. And that is more or less it for my 10 tips on how to have a really good Destiny experience. I hope that you find some of my tips useful, if at all. I think the tips that I've given kind of applies to any game in general. And I think you find from that, you'll be on your way to having a good time with the game. But anyway, that is all from me for now. Thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, and as always, you know the coup. Whatever the media, whatever the game, whatever the platform, whatever the genre, happy gaming one and all, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, I'm gonna leave you with the tail out of this PvP, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm done.
You've got 30 seconds. Zone B lost. 10 seconds remaining. Enemy captured Zone B. The Crucible is not a challenge to be taken lightly.